Welcome to Hoodies the podcast. We go deep with the blast.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Assalamu alaikum. Allahu Akbar. Peace, God. It's the mathematics for the day. Grand rising kings and queens. Ashe. Yerp. It's good, famo. You're welcome back to another dope-ass episode of Hoodies the Podcast. I'm the host, the God Rashidi, your uncle with that uncle wisdom. And today's pod, okay, is about woke etiquette. Woke etiquette. So again, praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Assalamu alaikum. Allahu Akbar. Peace, God. It's the mathematics for the day. Grand rising kings and queens. Ashe. Yerp. So with that, dear black folk, I'm not breaking it down like, dear melanated beings from the dark matter from which all things come. I'm not doing that. Not today. Not today. But, dear black folk, the time has come for us to chill with the fucking ideology wars. Ideology. What is ideology? Ideology is the manner or content of thinking characteristic of, it's the thinking characteristic of a particular group or an individual, culture. That's A. B. The integrated assertions, theories, and aims that constitute a socio-political program or a systematic body of concepts, especially about human life or culture. All right, what's socio-political? I'm a little all over the place. Walk with me. Socio-political is just simply combining social and political factors. All right? Like the structure at a mosque or a church. It could be a Pan-Africanist organization, an FBA program, a black nationalist hub. You know what I'm saying? My youth chess club. Right? All these are social programs full of people with the same interests. Right? And the political part that's just about making a pact or an agreement between the people in the group so that they can move together in these groups. Black folk problem is we swear up and down that what we are a part of and what we believe and what we think is better than the next man's organization, the next man's beliefs and thoughts. That's our problem. And we've been stuck there for one reason or another. I don't fuck with Muslims. Them niggas killed Malcolm. I cannot work with Akata. American cotton pick. I cannot work with Akata. You stink and you do not work. You stink. And you do not work. You do not work. I cannot work with Akata. I ain't even African. I trace my roots back to South Carolina. I'm foundational black American. I don't fuck with Africans. We ain't connected. Oh, them tambourine beating Negroes be stomping their feet and... Y'all get the point. You ever think we'll ever get past this dumb shit? You think we'll ever come to realize that we got a better shot at this thing together? Because listen, man, these crackers, they don't care about where you from or what you believe. Black ass is getting fucked over worldwide. Not just in America, baby. Worldwide. We getting fucked in the continent, in the Caribbean, Europe. We're getting fucked. Let's just keep it funky. We've made strides, but we're getting fucked. Don't nobody give a fuck. Again, we desperately need some woke etiquette. Okay? All right, listen. Listen, there's all types of ways to explain woke, right? But listen, I got my own way of breaking it down, all right? Of course I do. It's my pod. So listen, here's what woke really is. Woke is, even animals can be woke. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even had that written down. That just hit me. Even animals can be woke, because the minute a tiger or an elephant, either in the zoo or the circus, realize that they're more powerful than the humans that control them, once they figure that out and attack those humans and overpower them, you have to put it down, because it becomes awakened to this new truth. Oh shit, I'm mightier than that human. You know, so that animal becomes woke. Anyway, so let me break it down in human terms. Being woke is like anybody who was in a funky, fucked up place, right? And then was awakened. Awakened to a better way of thinking, a better way of moving, a better way of presenting oneself, right? That's how I look at it, right? Okay, so with that said, whether you agree with this or not, with that said, a Christian is woke. A Muslim is woke. A selfie is woke. I'll explain what a selfie is later. A Buddhist is woke. A 5%er is woke. A person who is into spirituality is woke. FBA is woke. I'll explain what that is later. A Pan-Africanist is woke, etc., etc. And what do I mean by that? Each group, ideology, organized religious group, etc., was all in a funky space. And then the Christian found Jesus, right? The Muslim found Allah, or the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The selfie found themselves. The 5%er found that the black man is God. The spiritualist found that the spirit or energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only change form or transfer. The Buddhist found Buddha. The FBA found their American pride as a black man or woman. The Pan-Africanist found the connection with other black folk in the diaspora, etc., etc. And look, all these things are dope. All these things are dope. Dope. All those things took us from a funky, fucked up place. And whether you believe, I just want to get poetic with it, but fuck it. Whether you believe Jesus ever really existed or not, that's irrelevant to somebody who believes in him, who believed that he did exist and lives. Okay, as far as that person or persons are concerned, that whole organized belief system made them better. Jesus made them better. You know what I'm saying? That's what they have awakened to. Okay? That's their level of woke. I believe they refer to it as being born again. No more funky, no more fucked up. And so on and so forth for every belief system. A Muslim will bear witness that there is no other God but Allah. Allah made them better. The doctrine made them better. Or the discipline to the doctrine made them better. And that's what they have awakened to. That's their woke. The selfie believes that everything starts with them. You know what I'm saying? If they don't get up and get active, ain't a damn thing gonna happen for them. Okay? Selfies believe in themselves. They can tap in, meditate, and fellowship with the self. And can do anything they set their mind and program their minds to do. They are their God. Okay? That's what they have awakened to. That's their woke. You understand? I think y'all get it. So I'll just get to the fucking point. Alright? Yeah, let's get to the point. I think y'all get it. Y'all smart. So I'm gonna say it. If you're a Christian and you walk into a room or a business and you just walk in, just open the door, good morning, praise the Lord. Oh yeah, that's happened. And or if somebody says good morning, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? And you, well, this is the day that the Lord hath made, and I will rejoice and stomp my feet in it. Yes, so this is the day the Lord hath made, and I'm going to stomp my feet in it. Yes, I am. Amen, somebody. That's toxic. That's toxic. Just say good morning. Okay? This is where woke etiquette comes in at. Alright? This is where woke etiquette. Why do people do that? You know what I'm saying? Why do you impose your woke on somebody else? How do you know if other people are of the same mindset as you? How do you know? You know what I'm saying? And don't get me started about Christmas time. Okay? That's when all the pocket preachers come out. You know what I mean? Listen. Okay? That's a warm and fuzzy time. Everybody's talking about sweet baby Jesus. Right? Lights are up all over. You know what I mean? Churches also use that time to recruit new members. It's a vibe. It's a vibe, you know, for those who participate in it. It's a vibe. That's a time when everybody's all up in your face. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. That's toxic. That's toxic. How do you know, right? How do you know if the person you're talking to is of the same mindset as you? Hey, listen. I sincerely appreciate folk, you know what I mean, who say things like, look, man, I'm not sure if you're into Christmas or not. If you are, Merry Christmas. If not, brother, you know, have a great weekend, man. Or have a peaceful day. Be safe, brother. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. That's really dope. Because that person is actually taking time to consider the fact that not everybody is into what he's into. You know what I'm saying? That you know, puts me in a space to where I can say, you have a good weekend too, brother. You have a safe day as well, sister, sir, ma'am, whatever. That's a respectable exchange of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a warm and fuzzy time for people, so folk tend to be more talkative because they feel good. You know what I'm saying? Just know that energy is better received when you consider it. Woke etiquette. Listen to this, right? For a brief moment here, let's talk demons, right? Let's talk demons. The term demon, and forgive me, I've jotted down some things right here, right, on my, phone, that's acting like a teleprompter right now, right? The term demon is derived from the Greek word daemon, which means supernatural being or spirit. Even though today has commonly been associated with an evil or bad spirit, the term originally meant a spiritual being influenced a person's character, Again, the term originally meant a spiritual being that influenced a person's character. That sounded a little better. Excuse me. Now, the ancient Egyptian term, well, there really is no word. Ancient Egyptians didn't have a word for the word demon. However, they were aware of not so good, good spirits and not so good spirits or energies, right? Ancient Egyptian demons can be divided into two classes, right? You got guardians and wanderers. Okay, guardians, according to Egyptian myth or doctrine, if you will, guardians, okay, are tied to a specific place, and their demonic activity is topographically defined, and their function can be benevolent towards those who have secret knowledge to face them. Benevolent meaning well-meaning and kindly. That's what benevolent means. Well-meaning and kindly. Or because they are assigned, you understand, to a specific place, right? A world, if you will, according to the ancient Egyptians. And, which also means that they can also keep you out of a particular sacred place or particular world. Understand? Wanderers are the ones that are associated with possession, mental illness, death, and plagues. Many of them serve as executioners for the major deities such as Ra, which is the ancient Egyptian deity of the sun, and Osiris, the god of fertility, agriculture, and the afterlife, etc., etc. That's a heavy piece. One day you should look into it, right? All right, now, the wanderers can be warded off. You understand? But neither of them, the guardians or the wanderers, neither of them can be destroyed. Sounds like energy, don't it? Y'all know a lot of these stories, a lot of these allegories are really, some of them, I'm not gonna say all because I'm not gonna front and act like I've read them all, but I read a little something. A lot of them are based off elements, and a story is created around them, because that sounds a lot like energy. But anyway, okay, I'm saying all that to say this: there are some folk out here who know exactly what I was just talking about. They know exactly what that is. Some people take this knowledge. I've been guilty of that before. I ain't even gonna front. I'm just gonna say, some people take this knowledge and use it to troll people. Some people know everything I just said, but they use it to troll people. For example, there was this one brother in the chair with one of my barbers, right? He was talking to her, the barber. He was talking to her, and he was talking some woke shit, right? He started talking loud and louder as folk came in. Right? Like, yeah, I'm demonic. Yeah, I'm a very demonic person. Right? That's trolling. Saying things like that in a room full of people like that, that statement, that he made at that time, it was specifically designed to ruffle the feathers of those who don't know what the fuck he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's where woke etiquette comes in at. Instead of just saying, yo, fam, I got the ability to influence people's character. Because that's what it meant. That's what it means. And of course, you can influence people's character, good or bad. But that's ultimately what it is. Instead of just saying, I'm real good at coercion. You know what I'm saying? I know how to move men. Nah, I'm very demonic, son. That's trolling. That's toxic. How do you know, again, if the next man is of the same mindset as you? It's also where wisdom comes in at. Word. But, real quick, let's take it back to the warm and fuzzy to the warm and fuzzy season of Christmas time again, right? Because folk be going in on those who participate. It's going both ways, right? It's going both ways because those who participate are throwing Christmas all up in people's face, and those who don't, you know what I mean? They get at them too, right? But listen, I get it. You no longer subscribe, or partake, you no longer subscribe and partake of the paganism. How about that? Right? You have awakened to the truth. None of this is real, or that, I don't know, this is not what it's really about. Or whatever it is you've awakened to. Right? Because we're all learning different stuff. But I've asked this in another podcast before, right? Why are you beating niggas over the head with it, though? That knowledge that you've acquired. Why are you beating niggas over the head with it? Aunt Pearl don't give a shit about the winter solstice. I don't think anybody who's in the crib when you visiting family, I don't think any of them give a shit about the winter solstice. Shit, most of them you turned off when you told them that the shit was all made up. Christmas and everything. Keep your woke to you. And be considerate of other people's level of woke. Get out grandma face with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Sit your punk ass down and get a plate. Talk that woke shit with your cousins and other family members who's on your level. You know what I'm saying? Who's there where you are. Who's on you? Y'all on the same woke level. Understand? It's woke etiquette, fam. Everybody swears that what they believe is the truth. Everybody. You know what I mean? A lot of folk found their truth in prison. You know what I mean? Some on a hospital bed right before or after a major surgery. And I get that. Then some of you believe what you believe because, your grandma taught you. And that's just all you know. And your grandma's the sweetest person. She was sweet as a peach. She was sweet as a peach. You understand? Grandma was so sweet. She let strangers come stay the night and then let them go on their way. She was sweet as a peach. Sweet. Okay? And she told you all about Jesus. And, I get it. That's all you know. I'm just saying. Be courteous, nigga. Just be courteous. FBAs, or Foundational Black Americans, have found pride as an American. They found pride as an American being a black man or woman. That's dope. That's super dope. The issue I got is, all right, I've expressed this before. FBA, Foundational Black Americans, talk greasy about other black folk that's not from America. I'm not saying everybody, but a decent portion. You know what I'm saying? Tariq Nasheed explained himself that the difference is culture. That we are connected. It's culture. We're culturally different. Right? Culture is real big. You know what I mean? Culture is real big. It's no secret. We came up poor. We had roaches and stuff like that. Right? Over on 68th and Langley. But then you go to my grandpa crib. May he rest well. May my grandma rest well. May my maternal grandma rest well. May my paternal grandpa rest well. But then you go to my grandpa crib on 69th and Calumet. No roaches. It's different. Clean sheets and some other shit. The culture is different just from one house to another house. That's a difference in culture. We get down one way here, We get down another. It's going down another way there. It's culture. So imagine the cultural differences we're all gonna have from a Jamaican or from a Native African. Or shit, if you from New York and you bump into somebody from Compton, there are cultural differences, right? Some of you niggas though, because you're proud to be a foundational Black American, now you fuck Native Africans. We don't look like them. Fuck a Jamaican. What's a Ross Clot anyway? You know what I'm saying? Yo, when y'all do that, you just expose how you really feel about yourself. That ass. You just expose how you really feel about yourself. And it ain't just American Black folk. I said this before too. If you from Ghana or Nigeria or any country on the continent or whatever land you live on, and you talk like fuck American Black folk, you ignorant too. You expose yourself too. Listen, all of you should look in the mirror and don't stop looking until you learn to love yourself. Until you learn to love who you see. Right? Then find your tribe. Folk who subscribe to what you subscribe to. All of us. Find your tribe. Pull up and find common ground. And let's make some moves. Let's find our tribe. First, let's learn to love yourself. Look in the mirror and don't stop looking till you learn to love who you see. Because you learn to love, if you can learn to love who you see, you'll learn to love people who look like you. Then find your tribe. Other people who rock, who's on your level of woke. Y'all go ahead and get tight. Get some socio-political shit popping off. You dig? Then all the tribes come together and let's go ahead and see if we can come up with some common ground. So let's find some common ground rather, so we can fucking make some fucking moves. We're too busy stuck on the differences. Shit. You love black folk, don't you? Now let's fucking work. Getting way off topic. Alright, like I said, let's just make some moves, right? Because if one group of black folk running around here thinking that they better than the rest of us, your level of woke is trash. If that's what you do, if your tribe, right, have a level of woke, and y'all running around here thinking that, groups of, other black folk other than you is lesser than you, and your fucking level of woke is trash. What you have awakened to is trash. Word. Some folks' level of woke is surface. TV. Matrix level. Well, all of us in the Matrix. It's just some of us know and others don't. Still folk out there, for example, on that surface level are, like pro politics. Had this brother come in the shop, one day, a while back, and right off rip, before he says anything, he say, yo, before I say anything, you know what I'm saying, I just need to know, did y'all vote? I just need to know, before I do anything, did y'all vote? Myself and some others replied, nah, he didn't vote. He turned around and walked out. That brother turned right around and he walked out. You know what I'm saying? Somehow that brother had been awakened to the concept of voting. As far as he's concerned, voting is the way. That's his level of woke. He never questioned if the process worked or not. That's his woke. That's his woke. And don't get me started on the plant-based community. A community that I move in. Right? I also move in the Pan-Africanist world too. I'm just not toxic with that. I was, however, toxic when I changed my diet. Yeah, I was toxic. Yeah, nigga, you eat that? You eat that shit? With the screw face. You eat that shit? Yo, fam, yo, you really feed that shit to your family? Word. Come on, fam. Or my favorite, you niggas eat bottom food. Yo. Like I wasn't eating the same shit at one point in time. Right? Until you go get a checkup and see that you got to deal with high blood pressure just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with high cholesterol just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Got to watch what you eat just like everybody else. I mean, sure, we plant-based, no meat, no processed meat, etc., etc. But how you cook the food is still important, meat or not. You know what I'm saying? Frying food ain't all that good. Period. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta know the good oil and the bad oil. You know what I mean? And some studies say that olive oil is the best oil to fry with, and then some say that it's not. So I don't know. So sure, being plant-based is better, but shit, preparing the food is still paramount. You know what I mean? So let's leave the meat eaters alone. Let's let them have their hog mog. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and let's just make sure that our veggies aren't being fried in trans fat. As a matter of fact, I ain't frying shit. I'm grilling and roasting. I wouldn't fry the veggies at all. Dead ass. See? That's toxic. That's toxic. I'm imposing my wokeness off on y'all. If you want to fry your veggies in oil, do your thing, yeah? Do your thing. And listen, hold on, before I get out of here, because I ain't trying to stay too long. Sidebar real quick. Right? Sidebar. Speaking of health and all that. So, Wednesday before last, I had a checkup at the VA hospital, Veterans Hospital. My nurse, my nurse practitioner, should I say, I went in for my appointment. I went there, and she took a minute to come out and see me. You know, that one nurse came in and, took my vitals and all that, and then she was going to go and get the nurse, my nurse, right? So because she took a while, I took my phone and, I propped it up, on the little, you got the blood pressure joint and it's mounted on this thing. So I kind of propped my phone up on it. And then, I recorded myself. I was going to do some content, you know what I'm saying? Health is wealth. I'm seeing a doctor today. Make sure you see your doctor, blah, 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 blah. Just making some content. Some content I could use in a pod or just something like that. Right? So I'm recording and, in this recording, I'm like, man, she sure is taking a while. And it's just on and on and on. I'm sitting there, I'm bored. I almost forgot about it, right? So the nurse finally comes in. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, I pushed it a bit. I let my phone keep recording when she came in. Okay? So when the nurse started reading off of this paperwork with my lab, you take my lab results prior to coming in. So while she's reading off this paper of my lab work, she mentioned how my cholesterol had elevated, right? That's when I forgot my phone was still on record. Because I was taken aback a little bit. I was like, yo, the food that I was eating that had it elevated before, I completely stopped eating that. I completely stopped eating it. She said, she asked me, she was like, yo, do you eat eggs? I said, yeah, I'm vegetarian, but I still eat veggie omelets or whatever. She's like, yep. And that was the first thing she said. She's like, yep, I can tell because your cholesterol is elevated. And then I was told that the yolk is just a big clump of cholesterol. So boom, I started just doing the egg whites. And then, shit, for some time now, I ain't even been eating that. So I was taken aback a little bit when she said my cholesterol was elevated. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, by this time I even forgot that my phone was on. Right? Now because now I'm wondering what the fuck could I be eating that's got my cholesterol elevated? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So a little time goes by, we talking, she's reading off some more stuff, and then she begins to check, my upper body with the stethoscope. You know what I'm saying? She's, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And then she, does my back, this, that, and the third. So finally, she kind of, I guess, looked over and zeroed in and saw my phone on. She was like, "Are you recording?" I was like, "Oh, yeah. My bad. I was recording myself before you came in or whatever. But I don't know if this is okay. I don't know if, if this is even allowed and you didn't ask me." And of course, I'm apologetic. I'm like, "Oh, I apologize. I was recording myself before you came in." And matter of fact, the camera didn't catch any of her until she came over and, checked my heartbeat and this, that, and the third. Or whatever it was she was checking. So not even a whole 5 minutes that she's in the recording. So she talks a little bit more and then she leaves the room. Right? She's gone for a while. For a hot while. Gone long enough to where I got up, and because there's the door I come in, and then there's the door that the nurses come in, and they come in that sliding door. So I get up, look through the sliding door, roll it back a little bit, and I look, and my nurse is out there with the police. She is out there with the police. I'm not gonna say it's Hampton police, and this is at the VA hospital. So on base, I'm assuming this is base police. Not really mattering to me. I know they got guns on their hip, right? So I saw that, wondering what's this about. So I closed the back window, not completely. I went to sit back down, like, man, sure, it's taking a while. So now I see them walk off. Shortly, she comes in the room and she says, "Sorry I took so long." She did apologize for taking so long. And she said that she went and talked to her supervisor and then talked to the police to see if everything was okay with me recording. She called the police. Now that rubbed me the wrong way. Now I was recording, whatever. Right? So look. This sister, because she's a sister, I believe she's from the continent as well. She didn't say, "Oh, please, I'd appreciate it if you turned it off and erased the content." Right? I could see if she, asked me to do that, and I refused. That would make sense for her to go talk to the authorities or her supervisor. But she never did any of that. She just went and called the police on me. Yeah, I just wanted to share that. That really rubbed me the wrong way. Now, I'm not saying that I was a little out of pocket for having my phone on, but I think that was a bit much. And I don't really understand what that was about. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm gonna change doctors. Well, she's not a doctor, she's a nurse practitioner. I'm gonna change nurses. You know what I mean? Any listen, man, call me what you want, but any black woman that reacts like that is a black woman that I don't feel comfortable with. You understand? I don't feel comfortable. So I've already talked to some folk there. In fact, I got the form right here. I just need to fill it out. They mailed me the forms. Anyway, yeah, man. So, yeah, man, yeah, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Calling the police was a bit extreme. That was extreme. That was not woke etiquette at all. At all. You understand? Word. Anyway, though, listen, man. Thank you for watching Hoodies the podcast. Hit that subscribe button and share. And yo, shout out to the collective, black men, women, boys, girls, and especially the elders. Word. You know what I'm saying? And of course you gotta bring it right back around to the youth. Word up. Yeah, man. Let's remember, man. Let's be considerate. Let's not be toxic. You know what I'm saying? From this day forward, let's all be respectable and exercise some woke etiquette. Word. I'm the guard Rashidi, and this is Hoodies. Hey.
I don't even know what a lane is.
Bro, ain't nobody
See
calling
no
on
box
my
neither.
phone. Bro, ain't nobody calling on my phone.
Welcome to Hoodies the podcast. We go deep with the
Bro, ain't
blast.
nobody calling